Friday nights on Pizza Flicks. We're showing Step and Fetch It and Mantan Moreland in Scaredy Cats. Ooh, Lord. No, I want to tell you about my favorite movie, and that movie is Stone Cold. It's a great summer movie. If I had to make a list of like great summer movies to watch, I would put Stone Cold on there, Point Break. I don't know what else. What else would be a good summer movie? Well, I'm not gonna sit here and think about it on camera, but yeah, if you ain't seen Stone Cold, man, you're missing a testosterone-fueled festival of manly dudes and bikers and like rednecks, and it's all filmed in Mississippi, and it's so good, man. It just doesn't waste your time for 1 second. It just keeps moving on, and it's just great. And all the women look like they're on meth, and it's yeah, man. It's better than Roadhouse, and I like Roadhouse too, but it's way better than Roadhouse. It has this crazy Die Hard in the type ending where which is basically what like liberals fantasize happened on January 6th, just with like bikers just driving like redneck bikers driving down the halls of like the Mississippi was Supreme Court, and just gunning down like National Guardsmen. It's amazing. Always wonder too, I'd like somebody to write a thing about like what would be the ramifications of that happening in real life. Like, what would be the political fallout of a biker gang actually doing that? Would we just like ban all biker gangs? And but you know what, I personally think that would have been if that happened in real life, it would be a false flag, man. But yeah, another thing too that's sort of fascinating about Stone Cold is that the hero totally fails. I mean, he kills the bad guys at the end, but the bad guys basically do almost everything they set out to do. I mean, except for get away. But they straight up make their point, and the boss just kind of walks off covered in blood. And also I like that Sam McMurray plays his partner, who I think a lot of people remember is the asshole dad from The Wizard. Who's being all mean to that autistic kid before Nintendo cures him. That's he's really good. Very is kind of comic relief, dude. I always remember him from the Tracy Ullman show, which I used to watch as a kid, which had the original Simpsons on it. That's how far I go back. I watched the original Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman show, and was like, oh, they're giving them their own show. That's great. I'm gonna watch that. And then I watched the first episode, and that was like the Christmas one. I was like, this isn't that good. This show will not last. No, I didn't say that. I was like, I'm gonna come back, watch the next episode, and it just got better and better. And then about 12 years later, it got worse, but so yeah, Stone Cold, man. Great ballsy action direction from Craig R. Baxley, who I believe was a stuntman I believe he's from a stunt family, and I don't want to give like false information about this dude's his past, but just a great, cool action director. Did the movie Action Jackson and I Come in Peace. One of Dolph Lundgren's better straight-to-video movies. Really, I think it's a better movie than like Predator 2, which it's kind of had it's the same sort of setup as Predator 2, where these aliens come to the cities and start wiping out people. And I always thought this is digression, but I always thought Predator 2, they should have gone with more sequels in the vein of Predator 2, where it's just the Predator comes down and starts killing drug dealers and stuff. That's the my one issue with. Well, I have a lot of issues with Predator 2, but one of my big ones is that. Like, why stop him? Why stop the Predator? Like Danny Glover should just leave him alone. In fact, if Danny Glover did leave him alone, less cops would have probably ended up dying. He probably would have just killed a bunch of drug dealers, then gone home or something. With his skulls, with his like Jamaican skulls from his Rasta guys he's wiped out. But I digress. Stone Cold, it features Brian Bosworth, who's not one of the greatest thespians, but he did make a lot of crazy movies. Like his other one, One Man's Justice, or sometimes called One Tough Bastard, directed by Kurt Wimmer, who did. Oh man, I forgot the name of the movie. It's the one with the gun kata, where they're like doing kung fu gun moves. He did that movie, and the one with Paul W. Sanderson, Mila Jovovich, where she's like some vampire woman. It's like sort of the whole thing's like kind of take off on 90s comics. That one didn't go too well, although I'd like to see it again. Maybe I would enjoy it more. But yeah, that dude was kind of cool. Equilibrium. Equilibrium is the one with the gun guy. So anyway, One Man's Justice is directed by that dude, and that's a pretty wild, nutty movie too. And then he did this one where he's it's kind of a thriller where there's a gang of criminals he's trying to stop, run by like Brad Dourif, and that's a pretty good one too. It has this weird sweltery mania to it that it goes on for a while, and then the ending is kind of generic. But the whole first like hour of it or so is pretty good. It's like just kind of weird and hallucinatory and sweltery with this like blaring Bernard Herrmann music. So I guess I'm while not being yeah, what the hell? I guess I'm a fan of the Boz. Sure, why not? Yeah, I like him in movies. I mean, I like his movies. I like about 2/3 of them or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, the Boz. Yeah, so Boz has to set the Boz. Brian Bosworth is what was he? Joe Huff. He goes undercover with a biker gang, and the whole thing kind of has a little bit the same plot as The Departed, uh, where he goes undercover and he gets in too deep, man, with the biker gang, and it's one of those things too where you always wonder like, oh, gee, wow, things started going wrong when this new guy showed up. I wonder if he's an undercover cop, huh? But it seems like the Chains, the guy played by Lance Henriksen, very good as the head villain. Is of the gang. He seems like to have some kind of weird gay obsession with Joe Huff, and he's or now John Stone. And so, like everybody has like a kind of a gay obsession with John Stone. There's this guy Gut who's like, Stone, man, it's Stone, dude. Like, hey, Stone. And then he trains really meanly, like puts his hand into biker wheel as it's going. Like it's like, man, that's just uncalled for. That's just going dead. Yeah, he's just gone over the top. That's like that moment in the movie is like when Tony kills Manny in Scarface. It's like, over the line, man. You went over the line. So yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about Stone Cold? Nothing. Just Lance Henriksen's awesome. It's just action packed. Oh, William Forsythe. You can't forget William Forsythe. I'm tempted to say that when his character dies, he plays Ice, and he's great, man. He's like, the guy who looks like a roach. That's what they but yeah, he's great, man. He's like, I heard the bitch say, "Hold your ass," and also it's like, looks like we got us a big old version of Bam Bam here. And then the skank he's like making out with is like Bam Bam. That's great. He's awesome. When he gets, I'm tempted to say that when he gets killed, the movie kind of dies itself, but it doesn't because it has this insane action climax, like ready to go. And I almost want to spoil it, but it actually takes a kind of little turn. With one of the characters where they kill off one of the characters where it's like, oh, that's actually kind of ballsy for a movie like this. I mean, they wouldn't do this now. They wouldn't do that crap now. It would be like I'm not gonna spoil it. But so yeah, Stone Cold, man. Stone Cold, Stone Ice.